You're listening to podcasternews.com.
Welcome to the LA Story Podcast
with Stevie Wilson.
Hey people, this is Stevie for the LA Story. We're here at Byu-ti and we have Natasha and Lara. And Natasha's going to tell us a little bit about the philosophy of this salon because it's really got a unique one and they do an awful lot of charity events, which is really very, very cool.
Yeah, and the charity events were sort of built into the business plan from day one. So when we launched Byu-ti, we were a product company, as you can see with our products, and then we were also a services business. So we were racking our brains for what could be a great motto to encompass both aspects of the business. And we came up with Give Goodness, and it has been very good to us. It's served us well. It's attracted great people like Lara to work with us. And basically, the Give Goodness is that the goodness of the ingredients of our products are as pure and botanical as possible. And then the culture of the staff, we really work together as a team. And I know you hear that a lot, but at Byu-ti we really work very hard to come together as a unit. And so because of that, we're very fortunate. We're a very drama-free salon, thank goodness.
We're all very good friends.
We're all very good friends.
I mean, you have a lot of staff.
We have a lot of staff in a tiny space. So we have 10 stations, but we have 23 staff. So there are a lot of us here.
So sometimes there's 2 people to each chair. So we have to share a lot of stuff and equipment, and we just respect each other. So it's great.
And we're 22 girls and only 1 boy. So that's a lot of women to get along.
That's a pretty heavy estrogen dose for that guy.
It sure is. And he's a special guy.
He is a special guy. I don't know how he does it.
But the other thing with the Give Goodness is that we wanted to make sure that we gave back to the community. So pretty much on a monthly basis, we donate to some sort of charity. And we also have at least 2 charity events in the salon a year. One of the organizations that we work with is the National Ovarian Cancer Coalition. So we at least once a year do a promotional event to raise money for them. And we also work closely with Global Green, and we do a bunch of events with them through Pureology.
Cool.
So so that's it. The services, give goodness through the services we provide to the ingredients we use. And that is our company philosophy.
Well, that's cool. People will be right back with some tips on holiday hair. So this is Stevie. Hey people, this is Stevie. We're back at Byu-ti, and this is Lara. She is a colorist, a hairstylist. She does everything. She does
do it all.
And she's going to talk to us about seasonal hair color trends, because now that it is actually fall here in Los Angeles, which is, we've had the most backwards season.
Backwards year ever.
So we didn't have a summer, and then it became summer in October and November. So now that we are actually cooling off again, finally, and getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And looking at the holidays and going into winter, hair colors change. You can't be quite as light as you used to be.
No, it's the new trends are definitely having a really rich chocolate brown with just a hint of either cranberry or even caramel highlights or any of the sort. But I mean, really the trend maybe a few months ago was kind of having those nice soft, highlights with more of a rich chocolate brown. But really right now it's just having a good solid color and maybe having a few highlights just to brighten you up. But for the most part, it's just having good healthy hair and like you said, not so light, because
right.
It's hence that I'm so light, but
I'm blonde too, so
I guess everyone is different. But I specialize in highlights, so I have a lot of blondes, but even my blondes are going darker. So if that says anything, kind of having that more natural, grown out look is really, really popular right now. And it's great for the economy because you don't have to come in as often.
And that's a nice thing in some ways because it takes time to do this.
It is, yeah. And you know, we're really, here at Byu-ti, we really love to work with our clients because we understand it's, you know, a bad economy and we want to, you know, get everyone through that, but still look good and feel pretty, and that's what's so important, you know?
Right.
So, yeah.
Now, let's talk about what can blondes do? I mean, to be more seasonal, go a little
seasonal. Some nice lowlights definitely are always, it will make the grow out not so harsh.
Okay.
And having, even if you have a big event, just get the front touched up. Have it right around your face, not the whole, you know, the whole highlight, because that's really in style right now. Mm-hmm. So you can get away with it. So if you just ask your stylist, I want to brighten, you know, my face up. So just do a few highlights around the face, and you know, it gets you through.
Right.
So low lights and just maybe brightening around the face, and then or also get a darker toner. Ask your stylist to maybe put a darker toner over your hair, and it washes out, but it will get you, you know, maybe through get through some months.
Right.
Without having that bright blonde until summer comes.
Exactly. Okay. And then for brunettes, you're looking at caramel or the kind of cranberry tones?
Yeah, very warm. Just warm, kind of. It sounds weird, but even like this, a lot of my clients point here.
Can you see this? Okay, isn't that pretty?
Funny. But they do. They point here and they're like, I want this color. So usually it's multi-dimensional, having some nice, you know, reddish tone highlights, or not even highlights, but just two-toned brunette, if that makes sense. Right.
Well, it adds some dimension and depth.
Yes. Just having some panels of some, you know, fun color, and it just adds a little something in it. It'll make you feel a little more cheery.
Yeah, okay, and how about for somebody who has red hair? What would you do? I mean, because that's really, those people are kind of have a harder time on dealing with it.
You mean like if they color their hair red?
Yeah.
You mean like because it fades really quickly?
Yeah, yes. And the thing is, how do you, I've seen red turn orange.
Yes.
And that's...
So for me, I'm really big on pictures with my clients.
Okay.
And having them bring in pictures, because a lot of stylists end up putting orange in people that want to go red.
Yeah.
And so if you show them a picture that has really just deep reds, and you say, I do not want orange, hopefully you'll get that nice rich red. And a way to maintain that red is getting a red colored shampoo.
Okay, perfect.
And instead of having to come in and getting it touched up so often, the ends and stuff, for it to fade, it's a great thing to do. And
smart.
Yeah.
And get one of the conditioning treatments too.
Yes, because that will make the color actually soak into the hair instead of coating it. Because your hair, the way I describe it, is like Swiss cheese.
Yes.
I know it sounds funny, but it has holes in it. Your hair has holes. So when you put color on your hair, it goes right through it. It has nowhere to go. So if your hair is a solid strand, it can actually soak into the hair strand instead of going through and getting lost.
Cool.
That makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
It makes a lot more sense. Okay, so now you've got ideas, people, of what you need in terms of colors, hair color. So think about what you want to do, rip out some pictures, and go through lots of different magazines. You've got them. We know you do. I do. I must have 15 sitting next to my bed that I need to read.
Right.
And then dump, or actually recycle by giving them to my library. See, I try to be good. So we'd like to thank Lara for her time, and people will be back in a minute.
Thanks for joining Stevie Wilson on LA Story. Feel free to check out other podcasts and videos. Bookmark it now. www.la-story.com.